Here are 9 poems from the little chapbook that I've called The Music Critic at the Baroque Festival. Listening to Bach's Orchestral Suite. 40 years ago, when I first heard this suite, desire was a wire through my head. Now I'm happy. Tonight, the oboist pulled a power cord to my memory. The bassoon sent the badgers running from my black woods. The cellos, like laughter, threw me back into iron red water. As I sit beside arpeggios of water dreams and pray, inside my happy solitude I hear the beating wings of dark swans. This is the next poem, after listening to Johann Sebastian Bach, Orchestral Suite No. 1. Oh, those familiar musical phrases, whistling mallards alighting on a cold Como lake, my footsteps on the gravel parkway. As a Chevrolet's wake flings cut grass to the curb, I dive into a pool of nostalgia and sour gumballs. Across the road, Ham's Falls spill over man-made stone. It's merely artifice and a bureaucratic attempt to mimic God. But can God do what Bach did? Is God allowed to choose as humans do? Does God play at the edge of limitation? Sharp autumn is aging inside its limits. The temperatures will drop tonight, and a brazen frost will appear at dawn. Longing and regret swim like blue whales in my heart. The trees hum in the wind. Number 3. Listening to Jorg Christoph Wagenseil. With a cork up his musical ass, the cellist steps righteously to his chair, as if Mother were to watch him solo from her upper bedroom window. Whoever loves this music loves dominance in its most passive-aggressive form. This composer sent his emperor to a nap. His pen was a syringe loaded with silent hate. A gratuitous minor phrase only praises the author's grandiose cleverness. From her cushioned chair, a mathematician loudly applauds these predictable dynamics. This music, its static rhythm, its bodiless thoughts, and the egos it attracts, promote separation, undeserved arrogance, and insidious mold-making treatises. Although their laundry is done regularly, this audience flaunts its musty clothes while dreaming of royal garments, patronage, and safe, secure Saturday mornings. The next poem, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. With this music, these players do well with speed, and there is true strength in their quickness. But they have difficulty with slow soul. Their tails never feel the hesitancy. The conductor may feel the music in his toes, but his trunk is as stiff as a Manhasset stand. His elbows are like carpenter squares, the metal ones, 2 feet by 3 feet. The violinists try to pour fluidity into the hall, yet the conductor moves like a junior accountant, and his backside shakes like a plexiglass sheet. A dance lesson from William, Duke of Cambridge, would do wonders for him and the score. He's trying, but he ain't there yet. Here's Sitting Through a Garden Concert. Sometimes I wish for Handel's way of life, but that possibility's long gone. Pine cones rattle onto this suburban garden, and a hawk rests his worn out wings. Yesterday, I overheard a coffee shop story about a priest who awakened one morning, finally aware that he lived second handedly. My stomach tightened and I frowned. Look how the harpsichordist reaches for the concertmaster's hand. All violinists are taught to smile, whether happy or hateful or in fear. I wish I didn't know that the oboist should take care. He hates cute, and the violinist and harpsichordist have conspiracy for cute in their eyes. Giovanni Ginzer, Concerto in C major for 2 clarinets. Chalumeau, clarinets, and duck calls, and music as predictable as a 13-year-old girl's gasping tantrum for boys in a royal Neverland. Why do girls of privilege dream of privateers who will abduct them? Eventually, they only want to tame ragged men and recoup their family privilege. Does this fluty music ever go deep? Nah. This isn't even Peter Pan's soundtrack. It's a Twilight Zone program, a safe carnival carousel with armadillo seats and calliope cues and gears, axles, and saddles going nowhere. Let's send out the clowns for pizza. They can juggle and mime on another day. I have no more patience for this picnic basket performance on graveyard grass. Johann Friedrich Fasch, Concerto in B-flat major for chalumeau, strings, and bass clarinet. When the chalumeau player opens his fingers over the holes, something gray comes out, like a pigeon from a cathedral nook, like lint from the overcoat of a pale young minister. A castrati looks to the nave's ceiling and sees only dust on the Gothic timbers. Disappointment coats the tarnished candlestick. 11 stringed instruments weave a web of expectation, but the clarinet provides only sticky sentimentality. It gives us a winter sorrow, which has never known sweat nor held any possibility for a grin. Joseph Haydn, Symphony No. 26, in D minor, Lamentations. Although these are the good guys, each musician wears a black outfit. Here, the IQs are high and the vitality's low. The audience is eating music and swallowing air. The music stops mid-throat. Then it goes up into the sinuses. Could Haydn ever completely dismiss privileged, snot-sucking fear? This is 1950s television music in black and white, when Indians were caricatures, and all princes were pompous. Every critic and comic was either naive or arrogant and sneering like Lenny Bruce. Maybe Ginsberg would have been born to play this music had his mother not been nuts, or his father hadn't wilted. This Haydn piece began with liveliness, then died on a cot in the corner of the hall. Last, Johann Gottlieb Janich, Quadro in G minor for oboe, violin, viola, and bass clarinet. When this music was new, old roads were rutted by wooden wheels and horse turds piled in the middle of the road. Yesterday, beside University Avenue, an Ojibwe woman held a sign, "Homeless, anything helps, God bless." Last night in the garden, the purple cosmos froze and the autumn died as a ball player stole home in the World Series. Early today, a man with a few black teeth stood at the same avenue corner with the same cardboard sign. This morning's newspaper reported that the Archbishop hired an MBA priest to close more family parishes. Yet His Grace, the Archbishop, found a way for his own parents to be buried out of their own church. My dad's church had already closed when he said, "Even if I'm buried from another's parish, I'm lucky. I am dying at home."